This man is 76 years old, and he was a Lumpinee champion in the 70s. That's wild. He's still training people at the age of 76.
I came to Thailand for the Muay Thai, but I stayed for everything else. The food, the people, the pace, which is somehow fast and slow at the same time. One minute you're eating street food on a tiny plastic chair for $1, the next you're sweating your soul out in the brutal heat or zipping in and out of busy traffic on the back of a moped. So for the next few months, I'm traveling the entire country. Mountains, islands, small towns, chasing good food, better stories, and the kind of workouts that earn you respect from the locals, and maybe a second bowl of noodles. No plan, no filters, no fake smiles, just real life, and I'm bringing you with me. So subscribe and come along for the ride. This is Food, Fitness, and Fisticuffs, Thailand edition.
So that is it for Khon Kaen, and it's almost it for Isaan. We're on our way to Korat, which is basically the gateway from central Thailand into Isaan itself. I'm really excited. There's a lot of Muay Thai gyms there, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm done with the antibiotics finally. So today's train is about a 4-hour train journey, and get this, it cost 36 baht. That's about $1 and a nickel, not even $1.05. That is crazy. It doesn't have AC. It's gonna be hard seats, but listen, I'm getting from Khon Kaen to Korat on a 4, maybe even 5-hour train journey for $1. That's nuts. Anyway, I'll see you there. So this is what they call a local train. They've got seating reserved for monks and then older people and senior citizens, of course. But you can see there's just ceiling fans, and it being a local train, it's pretty much just locals only. I, once again, am the only white guy. And honestly, there's a charm to these types of trains. I really like them. I don't know why. They're kind of grubby, a little bit dirty, but I just kind of like how old they look, and they function really well, and their services are really good as well. They get you to where you want to go on time, and it's safe, and that's all you really need. This kind of toilet, I call it the humiliation chamber. So it being a longer train ride, there's no like dining cart or anything like that, but pretty much at every stop there are people getting on, and they have like a little cart for services. Sometimes it's food that's already pre-made, sometimes it's coffee, sometimes it's just juice and snacks. So you don't really need to buy a whole bunch of food to take with you. I of course do. I stock up on protein for these types of journeys, but you can get all the food and drinks you need in between stops here, no problem at all. So tomorrow is officially the first day of summer here. Now, if you've never been here, there are 3 seasons. There's really and hot. There's still pretty damn hot, but with rain, or rainy season, and it only really rains for an hour or two most afternoons or evenings. Sometimes it floods, but then it's back to nice normal weather. And then there's their winter. Winter is about 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 30, 35 Celsius. And then summer again. So it's summer tomorrow. It's definitely pretty hot today. So you can see this local train only has these kind of ceiling fans and then a completely open window that like an obese adult could fit through. So kind of dangerous, but it doesn't really matter. But the breeze is enough. When the train gets moving, the breeze is honestly enough. It's just when you're sitting there waiting, it gets pretty damn hot. right, let's check out this bathroom situation. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you all the details. It does seem a little dangerous right here. Man, I'm scared. It's just kind of like Indiana Jones, right? Am I making action movie videos now? No. This is not the humiliation chamber. Maybe people can watch me pee from outside real quick. I actually fit in this bathroom. Not bad. But here's what I really wanted to show you. That is just the ground outside on the train tracks. So you could take a dump and just have it spray all over the train tracks while you're moving. Or if you're stopped at a station, maybe you decide to poop, and then the train stops at a station, your poop could fall out of the train in front of people that could potentially see you from the platform. What do you think about that? So this is Korat, or Nakhon Ratchasima. Some call it the gateway from Bangkok into Isaan, the northeastern region of Thailand. About 130,000 people live in this town, and it's about an hour away from Khao National Park, which is a big, beautiful national park that we're gonna go to in this episode. So this is where city life meets true working class and countryside grit. It's also where the northeast of Thailand really begins. So one thing I noticed immediately, I've been here for less than 24 hours, but I walked around yesterday afternoon and last night. One thing I noticed immediately is that there's a lot of just closed restaurants and shops and abandoned buildings, it seems like. And I'll show you guys some here. Make sure I don't get hit by a motorbike first. But most of these shops here, they're all just closed. And a lot of the restaurants I tried to go to, I even found on Google Maps last night, just shut doors. So I don't know if that's a seasonal thing or if it was because it was Saturday, but it seemed like a lot of places here were just closed for good. And it's kind of sad to see. Just kind of local economy maybe not doing as well as other places in Thailand. See all these places right here, just closed doors. And I even walked through here last night and no lights are on in any of these apartment buildings, so they just seem empty. And it just seems to be the case on almost every street I walked down last night. I walked around for maybe 2 hours. And there are obviously shops and like restaurants open, right? It functions, but nowhere near the capacity of other places I've been to on this trip so far. Just these places that are just all closed. Nobody lives up there. There's an open shop. 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's maybe 15 shops on this block, on this side of this block anyway, and there's only one that's open. Anyhow, we're gonna walk around a little bit, explore the town. A couple things we have planned for this episode is going to Khao National Park, which should be beautiful. There's elephants there, there's waterfalls, there's hiking trails, so that should be awesome. Then I'm gonna get a private lesson at one of the best Muay Thai gyms in this city. So I'm really excited about that. So, if you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe. I've been traveling the entire country for 4 months, bringing you the best and most interesting Muay Thai gym, the best possible ones I can find. So liking and subscribing goes a long way for smaller YouTube channels like me. It'd be greatly appreciated. But for now, let's get into Korat, the gateway into Isaan. So this here is a monument to a woman named Yamo. So apparently in 1826, the Lao government tried to attack, or they attacked Siam at the time. And Yamo, who was the wife of the governor of the area at the time, led a counterattack and was able to save the city, Korat, and region of Nakhon, Ratchasima. So you can see here it's mostly female warriors. And a few guys, obviously, in the statue. I don't know if it was historically mostly women, but either way, it doesn't matter. She led the attack and was able to save the city of Korat. I mean, I think that's cool. I mean, look, guys, the majority of warriors have been men, but it's been well documented in the past. For example, Vikings had female warrioresses. And yes, most men are stronger than most women, but not all men are stronger than all women. So, you know, not to get political here, I know there's some guys watching and probably feel a little butthurt, but I think it's cool to see some badass female warriors defending their city alongside their men. So, interesting piece of history here. So this is just about as central as it gets in Korat. And right here, they have a big statue here where people come and pray. So this is the statue of Yamo, the female warrioress. And people come here to pray for protection while they're traveling through the town. Or perhaps they feel like something's threatening them and they're from here. They'll just come and do a quick prayer and ask just for some protection. I think that's kind of cool. There's a statue in the center of town that you can come and pray to for protection while you're here. A statue of a woman who led a counterattack against Lao over 100 years ago, well over 100 years ago, 170 years ago now. They've got this monument and people come and pray here for protection. I think that's pretty cool. So a lot of these places you can buy these flowers, flower baskets for offerings to make a prayer. And here's a really fun, awesome thing that I did once. These are also, this is like an offering basket you can purchase and give it to whoever you're praying to. I thought this was like a fruit stand that made coconut milk and fruit shakes the first time I went to one of them, not this one but a different one, and turns out I was very wrong and they just looked at me really confused like, why is this big white guy asking me for a coconut milk fruit shake? So that's the kind of thing that happens to me almost every day here. So this man here is considered to be a hermit, and they oftentimes live in the forest, and people think that they have magical and spiritual powers. They can read your fortune, read your palm. I've only seen 3 of these guys while traveling Thailand. They have a certain energy to them. Sometimes some of them are just here to like beg for change. This guy says he has some medical issues and any kind of money that he gets would go towards his solving his health issues. So I want to support this guy and see what he can tell me based on my birth date and reading my palm and anything else for that matter. Wow. So he asked how many people are in my family. My mom, dad, brother, and sister, and he's correct. I have 1 brother, 1 sister, and 2 parents. I will have luck soon. He asked her, Pravina, our camera woman, if she could pick up the brick if it was light the first time, which it was, but if it was heavy the second time, which for her it was, that she was a warrioress of Yamo, the female warrior that saved this city. So he said, if I buy a lottery ticket on today's date in 2 years, I'll have some big luck and big success and win a lot of money, I guess. คุณชื่ออะไรครับวียินดีที่ได้รู้จักครับ So he had a motorcycle accident?
Yes.
Yeah, and he has some injuries from his motorcycle accident. So he's of course asking for a little bit of money, and that's fine. I'm happy to help him. But that's what a lot of these guys do. They're kind of hermits and magicians of some sort, some spiritual leaders, shamans, I guess you could call them. And we go to places like these when there's events. Okay, so that was kind of crazy. So I put on my calendar, buy a lottery ticket on February 22nd, 2028. That's 2 years from today's date. That brick was heavy for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said to pick it up first time if it was light, and then heavy the second time. She was a descendant of one of the warriors who fought here, and it was heavy the second time. And then I heard summit, but he apparently said that we're soulmates.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, quick break from all the Muay Thai and travel and street food to talk about something that's equally important, your love life. Because ultimately, we have three main things in life: health, wealth, and relationships, all equally important. So let's be honest, half of you watching this don't want to come to Thailand just for the culture. You want to come here because the dating scene at home, yeah, you're not exactly winning, right? And to be honest, most Western men who are solid 5s or 6s back at home land total babes out here in Thailand. I mean, I see it all the time. Total kind of slobbish looking guys walking around with smoking hot Thai women on their arms all the time. So if you're already thinking about coming out here and you don't want to wing it when you get here, there's actually platforms like AsianWives.com that can help connect you with beautiful women before you even land. No guessing, no awkward cold approaches, and no pretending like you're gonna impress some beautiful woman in the gym enough that she's gonna ask you out. So check it out if you're serious, or don't, and just keep telling yourself you're here for the culture. AsianWives.com. It works like a charm. Link is down below.
And he did somehow know that we just met 3-4 months ago now.
Yeah.
And he also knew that I only had a mom, a dad, a brother, and a sister. So that shaman, that hermit guy, definitely knew some stuff. So honestly, there's not a whole lot more to report from the town and the city of Korat. It's an interesting, nice little town, not a lot of tourists like a lot of other places I've been to. And that's kind of what I want to show you guys. It's just Thailand unfiltered, right? Not the Phukets, not the Koh Samuis, not the Bangkoks. Anyhow, all we really need to do in the rest of this episode is go explore Khao National Park and then find an awesome Muay Thai gym that I've already selected. So make sure you watch until the end. Let's go. Okay, so first impression of Khao National Park is, well, this happens everywhere when you go to national parks and sometimes events. But as a foreigner, as a Westerner, you literally pay 10 times more than locals. So the local entry fee is 40 baht. And basically if you're white, it's 400 baht. So 40 baht's just over $1. 400's about, I don't know, $14. I mean, it's not such a big deal, and you just kind of have to adapt, right? That's just the way it is. So you just have to accept it. But every time it still stings a little bit. Another thing, I'm just complaining here. I'm hiking and I'm complaining. By the end of this hike, I will not be complaining, I promise, because hiking is good for your mental health. But the public restrooms, no signs that it's out of order. So you go and take a poo and there's no toilet paper and the water in the bum gun doesn't work. So then you have to go back and forth between your car to find tissues to wipe with and go back to the bathroom where someone's standing telling you it's out of order. And you're like, well, I wish you would have told me it was out of order 2 minutes ago. All right, let's go see if we can find something interesting, because this jungle is pretty cool. There's a lot of wildlife here, and some of it is very dangerous. Obviously, there's elephants, there's snakes, there's these type of buffalo on these trails apparently that you have to watch out for. A lot of things can kill you in Thailand. Now, on the note of things being able to kill you here, this particular park, there's one male elephant that has now killed 4 people. And the most recent incident was a man in his 60s doing yoga at a campsite in the morning, and the elephant just came and trampled him. What's interesting is that the officials here, after the 4th incident, were finally like, oh, maybe we should do something about it. I understand it's kind of a difficult situation. You've got this large animal that's protected in a national park, but I mean, that's 4 human beings. There should be some protocols in order to protect lives, both the elephant and humans. I don't know. It's unfortunate, scary, but then again, we're in their territory. Southeast Asian elk. I didn't know that existed. First time driving a car in Thailand. I've driven plenty of motorbikes. Not a big deal. It's like in England. I've driven in Britain plenty of times. On the wrong side of the road. Oh, these guys are walking. Well, that is it for Khao Yai National Park. Honestly, it seems like one of those places you probably want to come camp at for at least 2 or 3 days so you can get the most out of it. We didn't get to see a whole lot. We definitely didn't see any elephants, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. So we're gonna head back into Korat, into town, and check out what just a little bit of the Muay Thai scene there looks like. But first, I want to address something that's actually really important. You see, a lot of you guys in the comments down below and in my DMs on other social media platforms ask a lot of questions about where to get started with Muay Thai, and I think that's awesome. Or a lot of you even share kind words saying that I've inspired you to get back into Muay Thai, which is super cool to be able to do. But if you're doing it to lose weight, I want to make sure that you avoid one terrible mistake that I personally made when I was training Muay Thai and lost over 120 pounds. It's a mistake that I see so many guys making when they're using martial arts to lose weight. But there's a problem when guys use it as the main vessel, the cardio aspect of it as the main vessel to lose weight. And that is that they end up skinny fat, or technically known as sarcopenic obesity. You see, sarcopenic obesity, or being skinny fat, in my opinion, is worse than regular obesity because you're fighting 2 battles at once, muscle growth and fat loss, and that's incredibly difficult to do, especially long term. A lot of times guys get motivated to get into shape, they go pedal to the metal, they sign up for jiu-jitsu, they sign up for Muay Thai, or they just go to the gym, or they start some crazy fad diet, and then fast forward a handful of weeks, they're falling off track because life threw them a curveball, or they took on something that's too intense or doesn't fit their busy schedule. So if any of that has resonated with you,
or you're the type of guy who has tried to lose weight more than twice only to regain it and lose all your progress, then I highly recommend you go down below and check out www.ironwillpt.net. Watch the video. If it looks like we're a good fit to work together, you'll be prompted to fill out a coaching application. Guys, look, this is my 12th year in 2026 as a full-time coach, and I've helped thousands of men overcome their long-term struggles with body composition, health, energy, confidence, and just losing body fat and keeping it off in general. Now, let's go get into some of that Muay Thai.
All right, so we just made it to the Muay Thai gym. It's called Torsilachai Muay Thai. And just based on how it looks, I think we made the right choice today. I mean, just check this out.
Sometimes when you travel long enough, you stop chasing the best and you simply start recognizing it. It's a feeling. You walk into a place you've never been and somehow it feels familiar. The smell of boxing liniment, the sound of someone cracking on leather pads, strangers who greet you like you've been there before. That's what this gym in Korat felt like. No neon signs, no Instagram influencers, just a small old school Muay Thai camp tucked into a back alley on the edge of town. And at the center of it, Met Prik Tor Silachai, 76 years old, a Lumpinee Stadium champion in the 1970s. Back when Muay Thai wasn't fitness, it was survival. He fought in an era of gamblers, smoke-filled stadiums, and 5-round wars under hot Bangkok lights. He earned his name the hard way, and now fighters from all over Thailand still book time with him, not for selfies, but for knowledge, because you don't replace that kind of experience, you inherit it. What struck me most about him wasn't his resume, it was his kindness, gentle, patient, correcting technique with a soft voice and sharp eyes. So welcome to Torsilachai Muay Thai.
So today I signed up for a private lesson. Looks like these guys got private lessons going on too. So the coach just shouted over, asked me to do switch stance jumps on the tire, which I actually prefer over jump rope. It really gets the Achilles, the calves, the soleus going. And just not something you see in the West very often, but very beneficial. So he's asked me to do this for 3 minutes, and then we'll see what he has in store for me. Something to keep in mind, if you saw the last episode, I had to take antibiotics recently for food poisoning, and they were kind of aggressive. And those particular antibiotics actually have a particular side effect, which is tendons rupturing, right? So if you take antibiotics a certain kind and you do explosive movements, you're more prone to tendon injuries. So I'm going to be a little careful with that and trying to explain that I'm not trying to go too hard. I've just been sick, taking antibiotics. Hopefully he'll understand that. And I say that because I've had some Muay Thai coaches just kind of, you know, like, hey, I have an injury or I've been sick in the past, and they'll kind of just go, yeah, whatever, right? Which can be a good and a bad thing, I suppose. So one thing I always talk about is I've been to maybe 50 or 60 Muay Thai gyms around the world, and it doesn't matter how experienced you are, there's always a little bit of new gym jitters. So to be completely honest, I'm experienced and nothing bad is gonna happen here, hopefully. But first time in a new gym, you don't 100% know what to expect. You know what to expect, maybe like 85%, maybe 90. But there's always that little bit of excitement, right? It's excitement more than anxiousness. But yeah, like your heart rate gets a little higher, your little heart flutters. It's just interesting to see. Like, I don't get that when I go to a lifting gym. I only get it when I go to fight gym. Let me know down in the comments if you get that. If you've traveled and you've gone to other fight gyms around the world, how do you feel when you step into a new gym for the first time? Check out these old school bags. I mean, if it works, right? All right, got holdover for the first pad round. This man is 76 years old, and he was a Lumpinee champion in the 70s. That's wild. He's still training people at the age of 76. Okay, respect God. Okay. So usually when Thais come to train here, more experienced fighters, professionals, they want to book with him. So far, I'm trying to figure out exactly what's happening with these rounds, but I have to say it is an honor to be able to train with a man who was a champion in Lumpinee Stadium back in the 70s. I mean, this is him right there. From over 50 years ago. That's an honor. That's a wild honor. That's awesome. So we're talking about using my height and long limbs as an advantage. So he's going to coach me on how to use my longer limbs and kind of keep people at the range I want to keep them at. So he's talking about just keeping an eye on the midsection, which is a general rule that I usually promote anyways. I don't look people in the eye when I'm fighting them or sparring them. I look at the chest or the midsection. So he's saying to look right at the belly. So let's see what he has to show us here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. So I think we're switching coaches now, but I don't know if it was very visible there, but I felt like after we talked about using my range, my longer legs and arms to my advantage, he was kind of jamming me up on the pads there. So I was having trouble figuring out where to land the shot. Not where to land it, but just my range. I was getting muddled up with my kicks and punches and elbows a little bit. And it was real subtle how he did it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. He also gave me a few pointers, which I really liked. That trip when he catches the knee. If you miss an elbow and come back with an elbow with the back elbow. So very valuable. And more than anything, just an honor to learn from a former champion at his age. Just super cool. So this is Crew Pepsi. All right. And we've got the old boy here kind of keeping an eye out while he's coaching me to improve techniques. So he's gonna give some pointers. So I got a coach holding pads and another one actually coaching while I'm moving. Never had that before. I think it's really cool.
Sometimes you can elbow, can do
He's saying I'm already good. My technique's already good. I don't quite know what's going on, but they've been asking me to model, so I just did a bunch of modeling for them. Maybe it's because I'm handsome. I don't know. Oh, they want this guy to model with me now too. Right. All right. Tell me, who's more handsome now, though? Can I look wow? Alright, so after doing some modeling and taking my shirt off for these fine folks, we're gonna get into some clinch technique. And there's another foreigner here. He's a bit smaller than me, but a lot bigger than a Thai person. And my clinch game definitely needs some work, so I'm super excited about that. Tired. Clinch makes you more tired.
You see? You see my hat? You see? You see?
Yeah, he's pretty big, man.
No! You like Captain Mega, man.
Schwarzenegger.
You are a Schwarzenegger, man.
Ah, thank you. I've been working out. Okay. I was sick, so I'm gonna go light. Okay?
Thank you very much. Pinching.
Yeah, but next week.
Yeah.
So easy. Yeah.
Yeah, go serious with him.
No, I don't want to hurt him. He's fighting next week.
He is a super Muay Thai fighter. ไปเลยไม่ต้องแนะนำกันไปเลยไป
We're good friends. Okay.
แต่อยู่เดินพวกอยู่เดินยิงแพ้ตัวทุกเลยไปมาก
Because I when one round pick one picture พูดมา
I have half a dozen people sweat in my eyes and mouth. You know what? This place turned out to be really fun. I'm learning, but the people are coming together and making it fun. I don't think your training needs to be fun all the time. Sometimes you gotta get serious and do hard work. But what you see here is you can do hard work and have fun at the same time. I think that's really cool. So I have to say, I am really happy. I just happened to stumble across this gym. I mean, the training was good. The first rounds of pads, I think I was struggling to kind of figure out what was going on. And that's pretty normal when you have your first round or two with a new coach. But again, just such an honor to train with a former champion at that age. And then working with Crew Pepsi, going through some new techniques, and then learning clinch. And also, I've never had a coach hold pads while I had another more experienced coach me while I was doing pad work. So I thought that was super beneficial. So really cool gym, and honestly, it's not too far away from Bangkok, which is where I currently live. So I will definitely come back here and spend a little time. And you know what? These people, they pride themselves on the fact that it's not the prettiest gym. It's not a commercial gym. They don't even market themselves hardly. But it is a good environment, it's good people, it's good coaches, and it's real Muay Thai. So this is the place to come. Look, Torsilachai Muay Thai. If you ever find yourself in Thailand and you want to get outside of the cities and come to a place like Korat, then this is the gym you need to come to. All right, my friends, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. We are almost done with this series. We've got 2 more places to go. So tomorrow I'm heading down to Pattaya. Pattaya is a seedy place full of mafia, prostitution, but it also has excellent gyms. So if you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.